Ladies and gentlemen, Pimpmunk. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Wood. This is the Morning Wood where you get what, Missy?
Wood, it's so good.
Yes, indeed. It's Tuesday, October 13th, the year of fuck. And we are joined today by Dirk Cobain. What's up, buddy?
Good, man. Good. We finally killed Shabisky.
Yeah, he's dead. And we're also joined by Nick. What's happening?
That's a sick intro you got going on. Looks like something straight out of TGI F back in the day.
Yeah.
Comes right on after Home Improvement.
Yeah. Well, actually, Home Improvement is kind of the whole...
Oh, no, I picked up on that. Yeah.
I
picked up on that. I'm just thinking to myself, I'd love to see a network make just that one oversight call, sign the wrong paper. All of a sudden, you're like primetime TV. Like, let me tell you about the shit I took yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Crawley, I'm afraid we're going to have to cancel.
There's the T-shirt, boy.
Yeah, warn us next time you come back from the dead. What?
What are you upset about? Stop picking on his T-shirts.
Well,
dude, you're just mad because you don't have a Just Dab Stay Glad shirt, bitch.
That's not just damn Stay Glad shirt.
I know it's not, but it could
T-shirt.
be.
What the hell are you talking about? It's a white T-shirt.
I know. But I have
You
one
don't
of those.
have the original computer shirt, and it's a pencil.
Huh?
The shirt I'm wearing.
No, nobody wants that, pimp. Okay.
Everybody, apparently a lot of people do. I bought the motherfucker. It's not my shirt. I didn't create the fucking shirt.
You drew that on there. Don't lie.
Yep.
You bastard.
Anyways.
I don't think we're here. I don't think anyone's gonna second guess your fashion choices, dude.
No, dude, they should. Because the only thing I wear is track pants, T-shirts, and a cabbie hat. Anywhere. Landon No took me to a fancy ass fucking high dollar restaurant. I wore a track pants, T-shirt, and a cabbie hat.
No.
I froze up.
A little bit.
Internet sucks. Whatever. Fuck it. I blame Dirt.
Well, now, you remind me of this with your fancy high-dollar restaurant. Just because I live in the area around Myrtle Beach or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out like half of my friends have been to Tar Babies, and they can agree that it is some good-ass food, and they are, yes, usually the only white people there.
It is good. It's good food. It's very racist restaurant. Well, I mean, it's weird because there's a lot of black customers there, but they've got a painting of a tar baby on the wall, giant fucking painting of a tar baby.
They're the fucking the sign on the side of the highway or wherever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow.
Jeez.
It's got the big white lips and the white. It's really racist.
They're out there tearing down statues of Abraham Lincoln and Columbo and shit, and this shit's still out there now.
Yeah.
We need to get the Evergreen kids on this one.
Yeah, we had some pissed off natives yesterday, and they were tearing down statues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Indigenous
it's
Peoples
permanent.
Day. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they tore down the George
You guys
Washington.
talking about you talking about this restaurant's in North Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, it's in Myrtle Beach. Yeah,
Permanently closed.
Is it closed now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
The social climate.
I figured they'd get it, dude. It was. They had it was racist. It was racist. When I was there at Myrtle Beach, we all went there, and for the last morning we were there, we went there, and listen, the food was fucking phenomenal.
Prices aren't bad either.
We went there for that reason, because it was racist.
I'm just glad looking over like the menu here because they still got pictures of it up. Like, at least they didn't go that extra step where they're like, all of our food is named after racist shit too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna fly.
Get your KK waffles. Come on and noose up some eggs.
Say, what kind of toast would you like? Would you like white or incorrect?
Incorrect.
So wrong.
Like, can I get my eggs over easy? No choices here, huh?
Do you like your bacon kind of soft, or do you want it crossing the yard? You know, it's like that. But yeah, good food though. I will admit they had some good ass food. But like I said, it was weird because I was looking around. I talking about some of the people that were with me. I was like, look at the customers. They're all black. Most of the customers were black people. I'm like, do y'all not understand? This is racist.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to like a cliche Jewish restaurant where it's nothing but bagels and lox and unleavened bread. Just be like, yeah, who's like, Italians own this place. I could tell.
Well, a few years ago, this was a few years ago, and believe it or not, just in a few years, shit's changed, right? The temperature of America has very much changed in the last couple of years.
You don't say.
Yeah, and so it's crazy, and so people aren't putting up with restaurants named Tar Babies anymore. They're not. They're done with that shit, and I'm glad.
I've had a theory running for a while that like. We heard a lot of people you hear people who don't know better say like, oh, this modern environment created all these Nazis, all these racists. Like, they didn't create them. They've been here all along. They just were scared to like come out and be these people until they had a bunch of spokespeople telling them, no, it's okay for you to not like those folk. And that's part of the inverse of that is now that, everyone's laying their cards on the table. The majority of decent people who don't fall for that stupid shit are saying, holy shit, I didn't know it was this bad. It was like, it's like discovering you've got like roaches in your ceiling tiles. Like, fuck, they're all over the place. Better get. I almost said the gas.
They feel comfortable now coming out. That's what it is. Racists feel more comfortable right now. And it's because they got the orange man up there pretty much giving them a reason to feel comfortable.
Well, it's that plus the entire, they've got this, whole media environment. And I think you've seen it, too. You start out like it was a few years ago where it's like, look at these rainbow-haired weirdos at college complaining about, their fucking, the chicken wings for lunch. Mm-hmm. And that's a social justice issue. People get so revolted by that. That's when predators like Gavin McGinnis and Tim Pool and all these other kids can sort of red.
Oh no, Tim Pool's he's not conservative at all. Tim Pool is just a down the road kind of guy, man.
Well, it's a legit kind of pipeline thing though. You go from culture war shit, and then you start stumbling across these Richard Spencer clones are like, listen, I don't hate black people. I think they're better off away from me.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I feel the same way, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And there you go.
I was on Facebook. I go to my local news thing, but there was this they posted this thing about the Trump rally he did in Florida or whatever, and somebody come on and said, well, it's safe to say, look at all the people here, took a picture of it. Safe to say our state is going red. I says, you also do know that your state is the most made fun of state in the fucking America, right?
And I was looking at an animated graph of COVID cases, and the graph, Florida is catching up. Florida is busting balls on new cases. Like, hey, we want to win the race on the number of people who have died from COVID. Let's do the best we can, and then let's bring somebody who we know has COVID to the state for a super rally. Let's be a super spreader, Trump, you fucker.
Well, it's like I said on my show last night that, it makes sense for Trump to, celebrate and honor Columbus Day in such a traditional fashion as spreading a highly communicable and potentially deadly disease to a bunch of local people.
Hell yeah.
And we're not none of us here are the greatest people alive, but we're also logical enough to know wearing a mask is good. And to look at these pictures of the Florida rally of all these people not wearing a mask, I was literally disgusted. I got mad. I actually started cussing, and my mom was like, "You need to calm down." I was running around the house fucking just screaming, cussing, because it just pissed me off.
Oh my!
It's just I'm sick of them. I'm really sick of these people.
We should just set you in full body armor and let you loose on them.
Yeah.
Here, I had an idea this morning, right?
You had an idea? That's new for a woman.
I know. But, what if everybody, every American, boycotted and nobody voted?
Oh, then the one person who voted would count. Also, the electors, depending on the state, can just make their mind up regardless.
Yeah, here's the thing.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Your vote does not count. It gives the delegates, our representatives, a guideline of how they think they should vote. If the entire state voted blue and the representatives were dickheads and they were like, well, fuck that, the will of the people doesn't matter here. Granted, that probably wouldn't fly and it would probably result in them getting voted out in the next term. But
so what if we take all of those people and just put them in
on an island,
a warehouse somewhere for a little bit,
somewhere?
Yeah, for 50, 60 years.
A little summer camp with job training.
Until the election is over, just until we
figure
it out.
We don't want to become the Nazis, Missy. I mean,
I'm just
happy camps.
Figure something better out than what we got going on. It doesn't seem to be working well.
No, it's working exactly as it's supposed to. Even the breakdowns of this machine are not, it's not because oh man, if only we'd maintained our dog shit systems better, everything would be fine. It's more about, oh fuck, wow, that was a house of cards that we built in the wind, wasn't it? Whoopsie.
I'm sick of having the whole electoral college argument lately. I've been having that a lot lately. I mean, look, either way we go, the system's still going to be flawed. But what is a better system? I think the non-electoral college would be the better system. It would still be flawed. Don't get me wrong. It would still be flawed, but I think it would be better than the electoral college.
I think. I can't remember. I think it's Lawrence Krauss. Actually brought up a really interesting, because the end of this argument, abolish the electoral college. Oh no, you think all because you got more people living around you should have more of a voice in a democracy?
That's the main argument.
Well, here's something he brought up. Eliminate winner take all, right? Every election, every presidential election, we always come back to the same thing. We're like, these key battleground states are literally the only ones to care about, right?
Right.
So and then they're like, well, I don't get why we don't have higher voter turnout. All we did was tell them that their state is irrelevant. If you take out winner take all, every district, every state becomes competitive. Yeah. And so therefore, you're still abiding by an electoral college in a sense, but you've also got a popular vote count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See? Mm-hmm. Now I'm coping by calling the White House periodically now after Trump's diagnosis. I called up and they're like, White House. And I'm like, hi, yeah, I was calling about the wrestling tickets. Wrestling tickets. Yeah, I donated $45 to the Trump Victory Pence Fund there on Facebook just the other day. And they said, I get my wrestling tickets. Ticketmaster's giving me the runaround. I want to know how I'm going to get to spit in Mike Pence's mouth already. They didn't like that.
Dude.
Well, I call him up too, and Scully will notice, I think Missy too. I call him up periodically. I'm like, hi, I wanted to know about the bronzer. Excuse me. Yeah, I was on the merch store. I got my own spray gun. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure that I got the same one the president uses to correct my pallor.
Oh, dude, the day after he got back to the White House and he got his fresh spray, and he was out there underneath it was outside. Boy, it was horrible.
He was glowing.
And it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures of that hospital room he was staying at, by the way. It's like a fucking mansion. It's got a goddamn dining room.
Well, listen, he paid a lot of money in taxes to fund that thing.
It's $750, goddamn it. Yeah.
I love this thing we see though, like, you know, like he's hiding his tax, hiding his tax. Everyone's like, well, he's a successful businessman, and they come out and like, nah, he's $1 billion in debt, and he only paid $750 in taxes. They come back and they're like, well, you know what? That's a good thing because taxation's
shaping up to be another great show.
Oh, you think Nick's a great guest? Oh, you're so wrong.
We all
Did
know
that make
she
a little
wasn't
heartbeat
talking
noise?
about me.
Is that me?
Yeah, she's talking about you.
No,
go get my second ass high power cup of coffee here. But I mean, I will, you know, in the same way George Bush just was constant ammunition for jokes. Like Trump is a far more dangerous dumbass in many respects, mainly because he's just this rudderless sailboat that goes wherever like OANN pushes him.
Yeah.
And, you know, Bush had the evil, you know, he had the penguin, aka Cheney, behind him, just like making plans. And, you know, at least they were concise, evil plans. They weren't just dumb evil for dumbness sake.
Chaos. Fuck.
Well, when he's gone, I mean, Biden's going to be easy as shit to make fun of, but I think there will be a certain, like, you know, we've passed the point
presidential,
where, like,
though.
well, when these idiots go like, oh, I get it, the joke, Orange Man bad, huh? It's like, well, A, yes, Orange Man is bad. B, do you have a sense of humor that doesn't involve deriding minorities?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course we're going to be able to make fun of Biden, and of course we can protest Biden, but it'll be presidential stupid.
Right.
It won't be Trump stupid.
That's my whole thing. Like, obviously, Trump. It's obvious we need to get him out of there. It should be obvious to a lot of people, and I agree that Biden is no better. It is not a better choice.
Better.
I get it. But for different reasons, he's no better, and I understand.
He's way better. He's still fucked up, but he's way better.
You know, one thing that worries me, though, is a lot of people seem to be walking around thinking that simply winning the election and getting Trump out of office is going to, like, make a big change. What happens? Because when he's going, I mean, you know, he's going to like insist on his own Fox show, and he will continue preaching this stupid shit.
We're still gonna see his dumb ass.
Well, it's a sad thing. I'm the kind of person I want to say that, you know, because I have a disagreement with someone doesn't mean they're automatically stupid, right?
Yeah.
With hardcore Trump supporters, the real cult-like ones, it's getting next to impossible to say that.
Yeah, that's what I say all the time. The most dangerous thing about Trump really isn't Trump. It's the people that follow Trump.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get him out of office.
And then put them all in a warehouse, right?
Yeah. Well, besides putting them all in a warehouse, like once Biden is in, like we'll deal with that problem when it comes.
Now,
main focus should be getting the Orange Man
We'll get
out.
coffee. I'll be right back.
Either way, though, in my personal opinion, either way, after we know the results. Now, when are we going to know the results? We're not going to know the results November 3rd. We're not. Because of all the mail-in voting and all that shit. Okay, when we do know the results, somebody's going to be right. Either way, I think the racist people go crazy, and if Biden wins, then I think that a lot of people are going to go crazy if Trump wins. And probably more on our side, because we like to, because here lately, the left-leaning people do like to tear up some shit. We've been tearing up some shit lately. And so, you know, we'll just have to see. I think November is going to be an interesting month.
Yeah, I mean, people keep talking about the Civil War bullshit, and as much as I'd like to say that's a fanciful notion, the original Civil War was started over, I believe, Abraham Lincoln winning the Electoral College and Steve Buchanan winning the popular vote. So people wanted Steve Buchanan because Steve Buchanan was going to let the South keep slavery. Or I don't know exactly. It's been a long time since I was in AP history, but yeah, basically, you know, like I don't think the president's won the popular vote for the last how many terms? Maybe Obama did. I don't know.
Obama definitely won the popular vote.
Yeah, but I mean, Trump didn't.
No, by 3 million votes.
Bush didn't.
Well, imagine this though, just in the same way, like he'll return to that, you know, to what I mean, because he's not going to go back into business. He's going back because his whole thing is about being a media star,
right?
And if he loses the election and there's no way he can like fight it off or insist he stays in office, we're gonna end up with a very protracted trying to lead his army of morons to completely distrust and possibly dismantle democracy here because it was rigged. The whole thing was rigged. It was a scam the whole time.
I love how it
And
was
every election
scammed
after that is a scam.
before. Yeah, it was scammed before. If he didn't win, it was going to be scammed. And now, if he doesn't win, it's going to be scammed. Like, it's
He
just,
did it last time too. The elections, and it's just to say, if he, in case he loses, he can say, "Well, I told you it was rigged."
I feel like he was one of those kids that was like, you got a participation trophy no matter what.
No, worse than that.
Like your parents gave you
he got
$1,000,
$1,000
like because you
he
showed up.
Well, I watched, if any of you guys ever watched
Y'all keep
Biographics?
talking. I got to go pee. I can't hold it.
Okay.
You ever watched
Keep on.
the channel Biographics, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really interesting one on him where, and they're really fair. It's not like there's no real agenda there. It's just like This is the history, and I'm a charming British guy.
Yeah.
And well, they did one on him, and yeah, he's been this like he's that kid who always like I'm the best, and he needs everyone else to say that he's the best. And it's been like that throughout the course of his life. And when he does, and once he's the best, then he goes and bullies people. It's massive insecurity and narcissistic complex there. And now it's the most powerful man in the world. Love it.
Did I ever tell you how great I am?
You?
Yes.
Wow.
You're great.
Good morning to you too, Shabisky.
Well, he heard Nick talking about being the greatest, and of course he had to charm me.
Yeah, that one under his hat.
There's a lot of people after the greatest crown right now. Monty tried to take it from him last night.
You're not the goat, but
I'm
you're
the
the
greatest.
goatee, okay?
The goatee.
Yeah, you're the goatee.
Dude, I finally fell asleep last night at 11:30. I went 28 hours without sleep.
Hell yeah! I was on a similar streak.
Yeah, that's nothing. I was hoping. I was hoping I didn't catch the insomnia bug like I did before, where I went 5 days without sleep the last time. But luckily, I fell asleep last night, and I was happy when I woke up this morning.
Dude, this is the earliest I've been up in like weeks, and I had this weird thing happen last week. So like, I'd get to sleep, I'd fight it off. Finally, I'd get to bed at like 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lay awake until like 4:30, sleep for 2 hours, wake up, be up for 4 hours. Then after struggling to get back to sleep, have maybe another 3 hours that lead into the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it all comes from a couple weeks back. Actually, right after my dad died, a friend of mine brings this handle of Jameson by. So I spent a few days at the bottom of that bottle. Finally got the insomnia back. And I'm like, okay, I took a sleep aid. I was out for 28 hours.
Oh my God.
It was the weirdest thing. I lost an entire Sunday. I wake up like 7:30, bright and bushy, and I'm like, look at my phone. I'm like, how is it Monday?
I have never slept that long ever.
It's fucking
I've
weird.
done like 18 hours before.
I think the most I've ever slept was 10 hours.
I'm like,
Yeah, I would
Damn.
advise
not
28.
me right there. Sorry about that.
I
takes
know,
several
but I've
days.
always been one that didn't require a lot of sleep. I hate sleep, by the way.
Actually, mine's been nuts.
I
I've been
hate
falling
sleep.
asleep at like 8 o'clock at night and
I
then
think
waking
sleep
up
is
at like
bullshit.
4 in the morning.
I think sleep is a necessity I wish I did not have.
I could sleep forever.
I hate sleep. I don't like it.
I like sleeping.
I don't.
Enjoy it.
I
Yeah,
want to be
whatever.
awake all the time.
You should fuck around with lucid dreaming. That'll make you really appreciate a good night's sleep.
Derek
Because
does that too. He talks about it.
yeah, at that point it's just like, oh, I can go and be God for several hours in my own mind.
I
Hey
know
man,
a
time
guy-
is but a concept in the dream realm. It could
I
be
know a
several
guy-
years.
I know a bunch of them, but I know this one certain meth head. He was on meth, and he went 8 days without sleep.
Yeah, he was
That's
lucid dreaming while awake.
I'll be honest, dude. I mean, I used to have a much like lower, like not lesser opinion of sleep, but I caught one of it was like a Rogan episode from earlier in the year, I think, and he was talking to this like actual like sleep like scientist, And the kind of shit the guy was going over it, and he'd explain the medical side to it, the physiological side, which made it even worse. And he's like, when you don't get 7 to 9 hours of sleep on a regular basis, here are all the things that begin breaking down, and the ways, and it's like everything. It's like, oh yes, your heart's gonna turn to shit, your digestive, like your metabolism is gonna go to shit, your mental state's gonna go to shit. I'm like,
There are
well,
those people that can function off 6 hours and feel great. So it's like, what about them?
well, that's something like you can do that. It still doesn't make it healthy though.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make it. But here's the one thing that I always found weird about myself. See, most people actually, like when they get sleep, their blood pressure goes down.
Mhm.
Mine goes up every time I wake up. My blood pressure's high. And it's weird. My system's all weird, and it's nuts.
Mine
But,
goes down to the point where my hands fall asleep. I
My
wake up
feet
with
fall
my
off.
hands now.
And all my
mine's
teeth fall out.
Yeah, I lost my teeth.
Yeah, I used to joke with people, like I'm like, always follow your dreams because maybe you'll be happier when all of your teeth have fallen out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't follow mine. I don't see faces in my dreams. If I follow that'd just be creepy.
I don't see nothing but faces. There's no bodies. There's just floating faces. I'm lying.
None of the bodies have faces. Like, I know who it is, but they just don't have a face.
Well, that's fucking horrifying. Actually.
Maybe I'm a serial killer.
That's
I don't
like
know.
nightmare shit for me. If
It's
I
just
was talk to a faceless fucking person,
The entire
never had
Slender
sex
Man
dreams?
family lives in your brain.
so when you've had a sex dream, you're like fucking a person with no face.
Mhm.
That is just creepy.
I don't really have those either.
You know, you've never had one.
Mm-mm.
You've never
That
had
one
a
where it's like gone like all the way through and you like do the act. No.
Yet another good reason to study lucid dreaming.
You know, I woke up masturbating before.
Oh my god. No. Nope.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
I have.
Well, since we're sharing,
Nick
no, I
woke
do
up
remember.
having sex.
I know at least once I had this strange dream where I was like shuffling around in the dream environment. You know, it's some mishmash of places you've been, never seen before, and the whole thing was like I was trying to find a quiet spot to beat off, and just I couldn't find one. And every time I thought I found one, people would show up, and I'd be like halfway through the act to be like, "Oh no, I need to move on out of here to new dream space where I could possibly beat off. Why can't I get privacy even in the privacy of my own mind?"
That's funny.
Now, I've lucid dreamed so much that now my brain does a good job to convince me that I'm awake and it's just all real. Like I'll wake up in my bed or whatever, or I'll just be like in a situation that I don't question, like work or school, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is normal. But
Christ, are you talking like the kind where like in the dream you start the dream off waking up where you went to sleep? I fucking hate that.
Dude, the first ever dream lucid dream that I had, I was in like middle school, and I woke up on a platform in like a purple sky, and I stand up, and then a ball of light rises up, and it's like, I'm an angel, you are dreaming, and then it turns into like a hot ass bitch with fiery wings, and I'm like, all right, bet. So I like spread my arms off and fall back off the platform and close my eyes. Then when I opened my eyes, I saw that I was like falling into like purple orbs. So I was like, okay, fuck that, and I started flying around. Don't
Y'all
remember anything after
motherfuckers
that.
doing drugs.
Well, duh.
Acid help.
Yeah, that was another weird thing I found out that surprised me though. Is apparently like, because I find like if I smoke a bit of weed before bed, it can help me fall asleep. Usually just because it prevents me from actually keeping my mind on track for anything. So it's just kind of. But I'd read that it actually kind of fucks up your REM cycle a little bit if you do it right before bed, which is why like that's like if you've ever felt like the weed hangover, where it's not like, you know, you're groggy hungover from drinking, but more it's like you feel burnt out except completely sober with it. Like I guess that's actually a strange side effect. So fuck you, medical marijuana lobby. You
My
lied to me.
grandma used to always say it doesn't matter how many hours you get of sleep after midnight. It counts how many hours you get of sleep before midnight.
Depends on your sleep cycle, though.
Your
Yeah,
grandma
depends
crazy.
when you wake up.
She was a crazy lady. She used to
We-
eat raw hamburger on a bun. Like,
Yeah, she
yum.
definitely crazy.
It's like the
I caught
original
her-
Sloppy Joe.
Yeah. I caught her talking to a mouse in a corner once. Like, Grandma, what you talking to?
Well, then why would you take her advice about fucking sleep?
Because she told me all that before she went loopy.
Are you sure?
Well, you guys know where the you know where the you know where
Before you
like the
found
history of the midnight snack comes from, right? It's they used to have a thing called second sleep, which before we had electric lights and shit, our light sources were either very dim fire sources or the sun, which told us when sleepy time came. But for the longest time, I guess there was a thing where people would wake up naturally after like the first 4 hours of sleep, and then not fully wake up like they're ready to go about the day, but they'd be like that half awake,
Yeah.
like when you shuffle to the fridge to get something to drink or
Right.
something.
You're hungry.
And they'd be up and they'd sit up and they'd have like a light snack and they'd like maybe do some reading or something, and they do this for like an hour before going back to sleep and then rising with the dawn. And that was like a natural cycle for societies for like ages, I guess, until we invented the electric light and we're like, all right, bitches, go to sleep when you want, but better be at work on time or we're gonna take your kids.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Shab. I like how that's the one thing you gotta laugh. You're like,
He, like-
Yeah, they are.
he likes children in foster homes or something.
That was funny. I like that.
it's like, I wish I could have gone to camp like all those Mexican kids. They told my mom she had to pay.
Yeah, dude, I hate going without sleep for so long. Then, like after, I think it's like the third day, you start having like micro dreams. It's fucking weird, dude.
Oh, yeah,
You
or
really
the-
need to stop going on these cocaine binges.
I do.
It's becoming a problem.
I do. When my dad was in the hospital, I went like a few days without sleep, and I was sitting there and I was like, I'd be talking and or something, or just be standing there trying to watch TV or something, and then be like all of a sudden blank out and blank back in, just real quick, and see visions and shit. It was like weird, but yeah.
That's your body telling you something's wrong.
Yes, it is exactly. That's definitely your body telling you something wrong. Then Shabby became real. I dreamed Shabby before he was real.
It's like, you can tell I dreamed Shabisky when I was in a weird state because of how it came out, but
yeah,
kept
Came
him in
out
the
a little
incubator a few days.
looking like a burnt match again today.
Chab
He
was
did look like a little white. He looked like a burnt match with that toboggan thing on.
It's a bog. What'd you say, Missy?
Oh,
I was saying that you dreamed me before I showed up.
Yep, it's true.
He played this
I-
game. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I created a big tit stripper bitch, and she'd run around and hit people with a huge dildo, and she looked identical to Missy, so that just proves right there that I'm a magical being.
The character he like created in the video game looks exactly like me.
It hits it all.
No, yeah,
quite
because
funny.
I'm sure you started on like the eye line and then went to the tits. Like, yeah,
That's how most people
it's
do
like
it.
yes.
did you surround her with teenage boys in wrestling outfits?
There
Her,
was
her harem of amateur wrestlers.
Yes. Don't forget those.
Yeah.
I think I made this coffee a little too strong.
outfits are so tight. Oh my god.
Was
Oh
it
my God.
that Irish coffee?
Oh no, I don't drink this early, believe it or not. No one believes me when I say those things either. Everyone's like,
You can believe me when I say that I take my coffee in the form of
"Oh,
whiskey.
I saw you getting your black velvet on," and I'm like, "Jesus, fuck!"
Yeah. That's how
Like
dark
Right
even
it was.
early.
for me, that's a lot.
I just turned 22.
No.
Yeah,
Wait
but
until you're
when you're
30.
32 and you're fucking jonesing for a goddamn shot in the morning, you're gonna regret that shit.
Yeah, I turned 37 like in August, and that was when I kind of like 37 was the one of the first ages when I really realized I'm like, hey, all of those excuses you gave yourself, yeah, you're running out of time to undo that damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're gonna be a 40-year-old man with titties if you keep it up. Come on, son.
I'm a 20-year-old man with titties.
Shabisky's attracted to 40-year-old man with titties.
That's true.
I like that.
He
For that
created-
one suction
That's
cup
actually
guy.
created in that video game, and then Missy came alive.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Has anyone complimented your hair yet, Missy?
I don't think so.
Well, your
Wow.
hair looks.
I don't think anyone else has noticed it.
I actually did notice it. I promise that I was going
Oh,
to compliment it.
I
but
thought
she
you had
keeps
a dry-
interrupting me.
I thought you had a carpenter's drill bit hanging off the side of your face for a second. Sorry.
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
That's good though.
You look like an emo Goldilocks.
A goth Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Monochrome Red Riding Hood.
I've been up
She's
since
like
like
killing
3:30.
the
I was bored. I was like, you know what? Because I just like rearranged my whole room and found all my
Yo,
curling
what, you
irons,
rearranged
and
your
I
whole
was like,
what?
yay! So
You just called your room a ROM. I just want you to know that. Notice that.
okay,
You said my whole ROM.
my whole room.
Yeah, my favorite video game on CD-ROOM.
Oh my god.
Hey, Canuck.
What, Shabby? You say something?
Said I'm the greatest.
Oh god.
I can imagine emo Goldilocks running into the big bad wolf. She'd fuck that wolf up.
I
That
would.
wolf wouldn't have a chance.
She'd fuck
I was-
that wolf for sure.
Goldilocks
fucking
was the
good.
bears, homie. You thinking Little Red Riding Hood?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. She'll
Yeah,
fuck the
he's got
bears
it.
and the wolf.
He's got his nursery when I was fucked up.
She'd fuck the wolf and then go have an orgy with the bears. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And
Eat all
growing,
their shit.
growing,
And then
Growing
the
up,
fucking
it-
dwarfs and
For
shit.
forage.
growing up, they didn't have the whole. They didn't have the actual book to read the nursery rhymes to Shab, so they sat there with a cover, not letting him
Nice
see behind it, trying to remember.
Thank you, PT.
Aw, thank you, PT.
And then Little
Well,
Red.
my way to go today is 75. We've already made 66. So there you go.
Like Little Red Riding Hood lost her license and had to take the bus. And from there, she met up with the three bears, and one of them was Yogi,
Mhm.
and they all had a picnic.
What a pecker.
Picnic.
Oh, a picnic. I think something
Hey,
else.
boo boo.
And then the whole party got arrested for receiving
Hey,
stolen
Missy.
property.
Hey,
That's what I want to see in modern day Yogi Bear, where like Boo Boo always takes the rap because he can't run fast enough. So then it's just like a half an hour of like NCIS style interrogation of the ranger. Just listen, Boo Boo, how many times are you gonna take the ball from this bear, huh?
Hash boycott Prime Day and give your money to the show instead.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, boycott Prime Day.
What is it? Something like $99 gets you a year of Amazon Prime. Well, for the same price, you could buy the eternal gratitude of Pimpmunk.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
You don't need those candles
Yeah, great.
shaped like chicken nuggets.
Nope,
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
not at all.
So anyways, this morning I turned on Twitter, right, and I seen that Howard the Duck was trending.
Really? Why?
But I was thinking, oh, are they making a remake or something? I was like, yeah, but no, it was just because Chad Johnson, an ex-football player, said that was his favorite movie.
well, he is technically part of the MCU.
Hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no,
What?
they've even said that. They're like, yes, we also own Howard the Duck now, and
Well, didn't he make like a small appearance in Endgame or something?
yeah, cameo.
Yeah,
was it
cameo.
Guardians of the Galaxy or was it in game?
I think it was Guardians. I think you're right.
Oh, was it Guardians? I thought it was Endgame. Okay, well, there you go. I knew he spent like a small cameo there. It was Endgame, goddammit.
Was it?
I'm pretty
Well, I
sure.
saw him like he may have been in Endgame as well, but I thought like he was like a
When they
background
were going up
character.
against when they all were about to attack Thanos,
Oh shit!
he was
See, I haven't seen
carrying
Endgame.
a gun.
Oh yeah, that's right. In the big battle scene, he was cut in there. And then I think you're right though. I think it was Guardians 2, and it was the whole outlaw bar scene. And they sort of pass by, and he's just like, I think he's like macking on some girls, like, you ever been with a duck before or something? You know?
Yeah.
I wish they would make I wish they would. I wish they'd come out with a new Howard the Duck.
Have you seen Howard the Duck, Shep?
I don't know what that
We
is.
talked about
No.
Dude, we gotta show
It's-
Shep Howard the Duck.
it was a movie made for kids, but with a whole lot of adult overtones.
Like a lot.
Oh, it looks familiar. I've seen this.
Like extremely
Yeah, it's
You
from
adult.
probably
the
saw it
90s,
when you were a
right?
She
kid.
fucked the duck, dude, basically. I know she fucked that duck.
She definitely fucked the
It
duck.
looks
Yeah, that was early '90s, I think, right?
I think so.
80s, right?
looks
It might
kind
have
of
been
Huh.
the way the
It was early
character
90s.
looks.
It was
It might
80s
remind me
or
of-
90s. It was like either late 80s or early 90s, but it was
Yeah.
I was
say
86
like
actually.
91.
Yeah, no,
86, yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, she definitely fucked that duck. I'm just gonna put it out there. She fucked the duck. Because they were in the bed together and she was playing with his goddamn head feathers and shit. She fucked it up. But I
It's
remember watching
available
this
through
kid, and I
Amazon
loved
Prime
it. I fucking loved Howard the Duck.
and Sling TV. Who doesn't love Sling TV?
I've never had Sling.
I get excited whenever
You know
I
what
get.
I did? I went and got that fucking Shudder.
Oh, I've got Shudder.
I was so disappointed because
No,
it's nothing
watch
but
the
like
series.
B-rated movies. Every other one I've seen already.
But watch the Wolf Creek series. It's amazing, Missy. It's good.
I'm
And
just
also
not
there's a show
happy.
there
I
with
really thought it was going to be better with all the, but they show like the 5 good movies they have on there, and then the rest is like Sharknado 1 through 7
well, they're
and
starting to
fucking
promote their own shit though. They're
Double
starting to
D
make-
Piranha and 3D.
Well, the series are good. They got a couple of good shows on there. But I got it because I got the AMC Plus package on Amazon Prime, the channel. And I've got that, AMC, a couple other channels. And it's like $11 a month or something like that. So it's not bad. So, yeah. I got it because I really wasn't going to get Shudder, but I got it. So I watched a couple things and I enjoyed it.
Just want to say too, Nick, if you get up to go to the bathroom or something, if you could just cover your cam instead of turn it off,
Okay.
it can cause issues.
Yeah,
Although I'm not sure I want to go back for any more of that coffee because this stuff's kind of making my eyeballs vibrate. Well, I do it in a French press, so I'm like, and I just eyeball the amount of beans I throw in there. Sometimes it's a little stronger than my bowels are ready for.
I was gonna say, not Irish, Colombian.
Yeah, no, I get intimately acquainted with my large intestine. The layout. It's like a road map in my mind now.
Yeah, well,
Good
I-
times. Good times. I love being almost 40. It's like, what nothing's working right anymore.
I've been 40 for a few years now. Fuck it.
I love being
Yeah, I
19.
meant-
I've been 40 for 12 years now.
I'm just going to put that out there. I meant of the movie, PT.
Yeah.
You're not kidding.
No, you told me to go send a picture of your double D's, goddammit. You better send a picture of that boy double D's
I
now.
was talking about Double D Piranha, the movie.
But well, he should have known because she don't have double D's. She got double XWYZs, motherfucker.
No.
Wait, are you saying she's got a chromosome issue?
Yeah, she got all kind of fucking issues, but
Damn. Well,
those titties is not an issue.
just want Missy should like promote an OnlyFans and then just send them shirtless pictures of him.
Yeah, do it.
That would be awesome.
I'm gonna start my OnlyFans pretty soon. I'm gonna show my little penis on there.
I mean, I have my Patreon. So if people are really interested, they can always go over there.
I told him yesterday, Nick, I thought my penis was a skin tag up until a few years ago.
That would make it.
Yep. I've been going the opposite way with the whole OnlyFans style promotions and that. I'm really pushing people. I'm like, listen, become a patron today. Give me Streamlabs, or you will see this in
There
its
you go.
al natural
I will
state.
create an
Know that.
OnlyFans if you don't give me money.
If you don't pay me, I will send you nudes.
Yeah, give me money so I can pay a professional to put up with it.
You
I
cannot
seen
stop
some.
your
It might have been
curiosity.
Tim Pool. I don't know if it was Tim Pool or some dude bitching about OnlyFans the other day. I was like, shut up. I mean, who
Well-
cares if they make money on OnlyFans?
Well, the culture warrior feared the titty.
Yeah.
Exactly, because, like, you know, also let's keep in mind, I can't think of, like, too many of the, you know, the social media culture war heroes who, let's just say that they're not reeling in the best, you know, they're not really, they're not getting those 3-point shots in, if you know what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, which one of you settled? My friend was going to a few years back was going to officiate her sister's wedding, and she wanted to write her own thing for it, and she wanted to open with, "Do you, ticking clock, take settles for to be?"
Settles for. What about you, Shabisky?
What, babe? I was reading something.
You weren't paying attention to nothing what anybody was saying.
I was reading something, babe. Okay.
Is the guest writing something?
He actually just sent me a text.
He did. What did he say?
Said he loves me.
Which
And
one?
I love
There's
you
two
too,
of them.
Nick.
And you're the greatest.
See, I told you. Didn't believe me.
I don't believe you, Shabby.
Send me more nudes, Nick. Come on. More nudes.
That was dirt that sent you the nudes.
Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, we look the same from the neck down.
Yeah, they do. They both got horrible bodies.
Mm-hmm. But it's okay because inside I'm horrible too.
Yeah.
We don't pull
You
any
just
punches
described Shanny for Christ.
I was just about to say that instead.
I don't know if you caught him. I randomly started writing out a new bit just in tweets the other day. It was like, started with like, my therapist keeps using the word disassociative, but I'm pretty sure he's not talking about me.
Yeah.
And then there was the one I really liked was, yeah, so the doc's always telling me I need to learn to reframe the way I see things, so I'm learning to hate myself in Spanish.
There you go. I like that one. Shabby doesn't get it.
Who?
Mental Health Care Awareness Month is over. Never mind.
Yeah.
We've moved on. What awareness month is it now?
Breast cancer?
Small
Breast cancer
one-legged
awareness
Ethiopian awareness month. I think.
It's like Googling October Awareness Month. It's like, oh, it's actually October Awareness Month. Everyone.
Are you aware that it's October? I think it's one-legged Ethiopian month, actually.
Oh Christ! I forgot how many of these they have. There's it's National Pet CBD Month, American Cheese Month, which means it's not really a month. Antidepressant Death Awareness Month, Bat Appreciation Month, Caffeine Addiction Recovery Month, celebrating the Bilingual Child Month.
Oh.
Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Shab.
Yeah.
There's fucking bilingual kid month. What? That's the
Yeah.
dumbest shit ever.
You
My kid
gotta fucking celebrate a child that speaks Spanish and.
was on a holiday.
I love this one. It's long-term care planning month. Thanks, guys. You're a little late on that one for me, but I hope you help someone. Let's see, National Bake and Decorate Month.
Oh, yeah.
And then, because it's probably also National Bake and Decorate Month, it's also National Bullying Prevention Month.
Yeah.
How much
Well,
things
that's
are we
a
going to
good-
cover this month?
That should be a month every month. We should prevent bullying all the time. Not just
It's
No,
one
only
goddamn
that.
month.
It's National Dwarfism Awareness Month, too.
Well, how can you be aware of them? You can't see the little bastard.
Beware.
National I'm Just Me Because Month.
Oh, well, I'm just
Wait.
mixed because I'm not aware of any of this shit.
Dude, what? No, you're reading a bullshit list. This
Okay,
is
now what if
something
somebody
I'm
says,
interested
"Oh, I'm
In the chat.
National I'm Just Me month," right? So I'm just one that hates all those fucking aware months.
That's right. I put it in the chat there.
It's fucking International YOLO month.
Let's see
There
here.
is National Yellow Month.
It's National Protect Your Hearing Month. It's
Protect a heathen.
National Sensory Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, it all works.
National Toilet Tank Repair Month.
Oh.
That's good.
We need that.
I'm gonna get this.
Stop
Hold
that
on,
toilet from running. Stop that toilet from running. Get a new inlet valve today, folks.
It's Raptor Month. It's also, this is something I think everyone
Raptor month.
It's Raptor Month. I want to see what Raptor Month is all about. Raptor Month.
Eagles
Raptor
and
Month
shit?
is an annual. Oh, it's the birds. Never mind.
Yeah.
Should have been
Fucking
Velociraptors.
But I think this applies. This is a big one. In fact, I think I might make an awareness video because I'm still technically a YouTuber. It's actually a National Self Promotion Month.
Yeah.
That's me and Shabby every month.
Oh, it's also
All
World
time.
Menopause Month.
Every day.
Oh, it's National Menopause Month. Okay, it's National Women Bleeding Month. Did you know that?
I love this one.
Wow.
National Workplace Politics Awareness Month.
God damn.
Aren't you supposed to not make people
Yeah,
aware of your
that does it unless you work in politics.
ribosomes and
The office.
persimmons month?
Why is there so many different things in 1 month? God damn.
Yeah, and this is just October.
Fuck. Next month, National Fuck Up a Turkey Month.
National Liver Awareness Month, also known as Sober October.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, Sober October.
There's
Shabby, why aren't you taking part of Sober October?
Oh, I am. I'm sober as fuck right now, dude.
You just did drugs.
What? When?
Where?
You so fucked up.
I
you
wasn't
forgot
aware,
you
yeah.
smoked weed.
It's like, am I doing drugs in my sleep while I'm awake again? I think that's just called doing drugs while you're awake. Oh,
Yeah. For
I think
everyone
people
participating
just-
in Sober October, this one's for you.
I think people need to just stop being aware of shit's what I think.
If we got like 1,000 things to be aware of in 1 month, I think we're gonna kind of have a problem, like focusing on these.
I mean, I don't want to focus on any of that shit.
Kind of
I'm saying
complicated.
we should make Unawareness Month.
National Be Aware of Unawareness Month.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Missy must have ate her bran flakes again. She takes the longest pisses I've ever seen in my life. Nobody takes that long to pee. She's shit. All right. This girl's regular.
She
Yeah.
Wow,
gotta
next
change
month's
back
pretty
into her
boring.
human skin.
Yeah, next month is pretty boring by comparison.
Really?
Fuck November.
It's like
There's
one thing.
there's a big day next month. It's like one of the most celebrated days of all time next month. My birthday.
No.
Pimpmunk Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that gravy.
We do 28 days a month. 28 days of Pimpmunk every
Yeah.
November.
Slather yourself in gravy.
I was talking about narcissism earlier. I'm so narcissistic. I made a fucking annual thing out of my birthday month, 28 days of Pimpmunk, where people buy me gifts for 28 days.
I insist that you do one show. You don't need to make them fresh. You get some of those instant mashed potatoes, but you sit with your dick in the mashed potatoes for the entirety of your show. You don't tell
I'm
them.
doing that right now.
Because that way it is that kind of party.
I got mashed potatoes, potato salad, a little bit of chicken salad on one ball.
There's coleslaw up in the top.
Coleslaw down here, got some chicken and dumplings. You know?
Put a piece of apple pie right up my ass.
Yeah, apple pie's good. I got some coconut cream pie down there too.
Oh, damn.
Some pistachio pudding.
Yeah, it's like never give Pimp here an opening to explain exactly how much of a cavity his ass actually is.
Yeah.
Like, I got a whole bakery up there right now.
You have
Half of it's
Thanksgiving dinner
undigested,
just
the
on
rest
my
I put
asshole.
up there.
Yeah, just my asshole's like a big buffet.
Yeah,
It's like a
buffet.
buffet.
Come along, eat whatever you want.
You eat, yeah. You want some chicken? Got some fried chicken down there, some baked chicken.
Now I give you one. All tastes like my asshole. But you just go ahead and
It
eat.
does.
How about
I mean, it has in my ass, so you know.
You got some dick butter for my mashed potatoes?
I mean, really, it's just my asshole, but if you got a good enough imagination.
Yeah,
Speaking
But
of
really,
imagination and buttholes,
it's just really
Ooh,
shit.
what? What, Missy?
What?
there was this.
Ah,
I'm proud of that. Whatever she said, she was proud of it.
I said, speaking of imagination and buttholes,
Oh,
I was watching Paul's Ego stream this morning,
so you come
and he played this song for everyone called Willy Bum Bum.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have heard of this, but it's a little cartoon drawn thing about a guy who sticks his willy in his bum for fun.
Creates feedback loop.
Forgot about that.
And it is so funny. And I don't know if we played it right now, we'd probably get like strike down or something.
But
so I'm going to try to find it and put the link in the chat because it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Well, he got a big dick. Let's just say that. If he can put his own dick in his own asshole, he got a big penis. I mean, mine won't even reach my nuts. So, yeah, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Pim, you going for a second hour?
Yeah, we always used to get that.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, that didn't work.
It didn't work.
I'm like trying to take like a little piece of foil. I'm like, will this work?
Good plan, poor execution.
Yes.
Yeah.
My excuses succeed again.
So, Shabisky, I'm going to give you time now to prepare for the word of the day.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you don't have this already ready, because you know you're going to do it every day.
I got a word.
Okay, give it to me.
All right.
Here it is. I found it for you guys.
Okay.
Holler at Missy.
They love you so
Talking over your
much.
segment.
The word is cabotage.
What?
Cabotage.
Cabotage?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're saying it wrong.
No. Cabotage. It's sabotage with cabbage.
Cabbage?
Nah, I'm kidding. It's the exclusive right of a country to control the air traffic within its borders.
Okay.
Wow.
I might be pronouncing it completely wrong. I don't know, but I think it's.
I don't know.
I think it's pronounced. I think it's pronounced cabotage because they made a joke below it. They said to sabotage with cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said not that. So it must be pronounced cabotage.
There you go.
Wow. Well, I'll say you surprised me with that one. I was expecting something about animal boners.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Pimp, have you ever upped a fart in your hand and smelled it? Stop drinking, Bill. Anyways. Oh, but before we move, we're about almost at the second hour. So, Missy, what are we doing the second hour?
We eat a man.
We eat the man. That's when I tell you to give us money, and you do so. Shabisky has a Patreon. Please tip him. Give him some money on Patreon. Missy has a Patreon. They both have perks on their Patreon. One of them has pictures. The other has, I don't know what he has. Missy has pictures. Nice, lovely, beautiful, wonderful photos. Booleanenator has a Patreon. Please become a patron of him. He definitely needs it, and much appreciated if you do. I have a Patreon, Streamlabs, and a direct link to PayPal. I also put my Cash App in the chat right now if you want to tip that way. We do have a stream go of $75. We've made $26.66 so far. So, yeah.
No, we got another one after that.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
it's like.
We did.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, fine, we did.
I don't think so. But we're mad at that. But we're going to count as 26.66. I guess we may have fun. You guys have eaten
like,
leave the night because I want to.
like 42, 43.
There we are.
You guys eat man.
Got that sweet nicotine in my blood veins. My blood veins.
Do your blood veins feel better?
Blood veins!
So, anyways, tomorrow on the show, nobody, because we have host Wednesday. Host only Wednesday. But Thursday on the show, we've got Captain Kirsch and Marshall Manson.
Yep.
So, and now that now the second hour thing is done, we'll move on to Shabisky. He did his word today. It was cabotage.
Cabotage?
Cabotage.
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 Sounds suggestive.
Well,
It's not.
It's
not.
cabotage à trois. No.
Yeah. He does.
swing and a miss
Yes,
on
he
that
does do them suggestive words sometimes.
Swing and a miss, yeah.
They've all
He
been.
even makes
This is
some
like
words
the
that
first
aren't
one that
suggestive.
hasn't been.
Oh, this
Most
makes
of them a bit sexual.
No, yesterday was not suggestive.
Yeah.
I don't
take
maybe a
remember
few
what
that aren't.
yesterday's word was.
To also highlight that on my Wednesday and Friday shows at 9 p.m., I have no guests at all. None. Not a one.
Big yes.
What the heck?
That's right. I end up
Why?
filling all of that dead air myself. Some of it even makes sense. I still want to call the Department of Weights and Measures and yell at them for me getting fat. Just be like, guys, listen, I know all these numbers are made up. You know, I'm trying to lose weight, but I don't want to put the work in. Can you work with me here? Can we just maybe make a pound a little heavier? That way I weigh fewer of them. Hey, I'm here to solve problems.
You could just go by kilograms and then. Because I think kilograms are heavier than a
Smaller
pound.
number.
I covered a story last night, the Merrimack River here in Manchester, where I live. So the water level's been going down, and they've been discovering like heaps and heaps and heaps of trash, like riding mowers,
Oh my god.
living room sets, industrial waste, and they're like the river conservation people are really worried. So I wrote them with the suggestion that we need to put more garbage into the river to displace the water to bring the level back up. And I'm going to do my part by bringing my garbage right down there today and hucking it right in that river. I'm here
Do
to
your part.
I'm here to solve problems. Everyone's always like,
from
you
your
need nothing but complain on your channel. Where are your solutions? All right, you want solutions? You fucking asked for them.
You got a problem, you can solve it.
You have a problem.
That reminds me, I was checking out this new burger place that I found around me, and I was like reading all the reviews online, and I came across this one that was like, oh, the food's great, you know, like the they have good onion rings, the milkshakes, whatever. But then it said, watch out for the dyke lesbian cunt with the short or with the spiked hair. Her favorite character on Orange is the New Black got killed off last night, so she's a little upset. And I was like, I feel like Nick may have wrote this.
Oh. I don't use words like dyke, but unless
thought it
it's
was
He uses
hilarious.
cunt licking bitch.
yeah, just like what? Look out for this little boy with vagina. She's very upset about Ruby
She's
Rose
working
no
on-
longer being Batwoman.
What the
So
fuck?
You know,
I ordered a
That
hot
shows up.
dog and they gave me excuses.
it's bad when you order a hot dog and they give you mashed potatoes.
just like roll up in the McDonald's drive-thru. It's like, how can I help you? You can explain why your food makes me feel like I'm swimming in a public pool with my mouth open. I'm going home to cook like an adult.
Go home and cook chicken nuggets.
I just decided to pop in and let you know.
Tonight we're eating fancy chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
I see
Air fryer.
I mastered the fast food arts so much during like especially the lockdown. I'm like, I want to make chicken. I'm gonna make one. I'm like, wow, this is what a chicken sandwich can taste like. So then I'm out on my bike one time out for a ride during the summer, and I'm like, hey, McDonald's drive-thru's open. I'll go get a fillet of fish. I've been making those at home, and I'm like, what the fuck is this garbage?
Uh-huh.
How do people eat like this? This is why we got Corona. It's judgment.
Sometimes
Corona
you
is
gotta eat-
because of McDonald's.
Exactly.
that's the reason you gotta eat Burger King.
Well, I keep hoping this. I'm still on Team Rona here. I want God to wake up from his several thousand-year nap, look down from heaven, see the entire population, humankind gone, and it's just like nothing but like cruise ships and Airbuses. So he just gives them sentience and like, goes back to sleep. That's the future I see.
I like that god.
What, the lazy one who just sets things in motion and fucks off? That's the one you got, big guy.
Yeah.
Well, who cares? He can give sentience to planes, trains, and automobiles.
Exactly. Well, this is how the movie Cars actually happens. This is what they don't tell you.
Yeah,
You got to get the Cars Silmarillion to really understand the lore.
Silmarillion. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
It's true.
the origin story of Cars. Yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. That's the weird thing to think, though. What if all these cars, they were given sentience after the apocalypse and everyone died of Rona, but inside all of the cars in Cars, like Lightning McQueen, he's just got a couple like desiccated corpses rattling around inside him the entire movie, and you never even know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a movie like that, except it's not Cars. It's
There's
got
planes, too.
fucking. No,
Those things are
fucking-
racist too. They're always looking down on the cars, calling them inferior, saying
Are
that
you
they need to
talking
be
about
put. They
Maximum
need,
Overdrive, Missy?
No,
Exactly.
it's
Like,
got
it's-
Antonio Banderas in it.
Oh. I wanted to remake
Desperado?
Maximum Overdrive.
No, it's like Atadamo. I think it's on Netflix right now.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you why I haven't seen it, because what you just said, Antonio Banderas is in it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of what like threw me off. But it was supposed to be about like this future where like we invented these weird robots, and the robots were like given protocols, and it was two protocols. One is like you can't let a human be hurt, and the other one is you can't modify yourself. And then they found out that they were modifying themselves, but all the humans were dying anyways, and it was a
If
really
you
weird
keep-
movie.
If you keep modifying yourself like that, you're gonna go blind.
Yeah.
They made some weird like bug looking thing. It looked like a bug, like a centipede.
What's the worst movies, Missy?
That's what's
Weird as shit.
that's what's gonna happen is like Disney Pixar is gonna buy the rights to that what was that 90s cartoon Reboot? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the really like the early CG where they're all like programs living inside of your computer and this is what it's like. Whoa. Yeah, Disney's gonna buy that and they're just gonna have like a whole little tongue-in-cheek scene where it's like, you know, one of the main programs goes to a life coach and it's like, have you tried updating? Oh, I get it. That's topical because I haven't been able to use my computer for 4 days. Thank you, Windows.
That's funny. Shabisky doing drugs again. I really want to remake Maximum Overdrive, though. I want a reboot of Maximum Overdrive. I've been saying
I
that.
want
for
them to
years.
stop rebooting movies and just come out with original.
Oh,
songs.
originality is dead, pretty much, baby. You're gonna.
Have you seen what these people are like these days? You really want their fresh ideas?
Yeah, that's what
No, I
I'm
want
saying.
people with actual fresh ideas to come.
Well,
We all want that.
We all
People
want
with
that.
fresh ideas deserve that. To say the least.
Oh, like that Spanish movie.
I've got a few fresh ideas.
Platform.
Hold me your hand for 5 minutes.
The best ideas come in that moment of le petit mort.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like that Spanish movie about the platform.
I just
That
wish
was original.
I wish that they'd just reboot Ghostbusters
really.
already.
It was original. I'd never seen another movie with a
I know what
prison.
you're talking about. There's a movie
Yeah.
came out in the 60s, though, that was kind of like that. They took that idea. Just saying.
Well, I'm honestly looking forward to Dune, even though it's never happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and again they hit it with a reboot, but I mean, I think the Judge Dredd reboot was good. The movie just Dredd, that was a good one. I'm trying to think of something else that was good.
I don't even consider that a reboot. I consider that a mulligan.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm kind of a dork, but I'm real excited for the new Godzilla versus King Kong and shit, dude. Like, I'm gonna like watch
Dude,
the
I'm gonna
fuck
be
out of
honest with you. Never been a fan of the Godzilla movies, King Kong movies.
that. Well,
I liked watching the old ones because I like laughing at the.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick kicked ass.
when I was a kid, I loved that shit.
I'm talking about the really old.
Yeah, the old ones, man. Like the old ones, like 70s, 60s, 80s. And I mean, I guess the black and white one originally. And then, like, you know, like I know what you're talking about. I've probably seen 90% of Godzilla movies. And it's just like that was when I was a kid, man. And the new ones, just like seeing that shit, like fuck it, I love it. I don't care. Like even the newest one that came out, a lot of people didn't like it, but as a Godzilla fan, that's exactly what I expected from the Godzilla movie. I enjoyed it.
Bro.
Well, you just watch. They're gonna do the remake you want. And it's gonna make a bunch of money. Disney's gonna buy it, and then like 52-year-old Chris Hemsworth's gonna play Thor versus Godzilla in 2055.
Look, I hope so, because if not, Toho is taking it back, and they made like 2 shitty anime movies that I can't believe I even skimmed through.
Stop watching anime.
Yeah, it's the only like anime I ever like tried to watch in like the last 5 years or more, and I was just ultimately disappointed. It was just real bad.
But I mean, there's it is cheap for a reason.
Well, dude, I thought like because it had like the Toho stamp of approval, so I thought like it had to be good. And then I sat down and tried to watch the first one, and was like, this sucks.
I don't think I watched.
You're acting sus.
Yeah, super spish.
Why you acting super spish?
Dude, I might be the murderer. I don't know. Maybe I'm the murderer.
I hate
The
when people
murder?
say shit like that, dirt.
No, blame
Are you
Shab. He was
murdered?
saying it all night last night. Blame Shab.
Cringy than that, though.
I think Tim's the murderer.
Cringy.
What,
You
saying
should play
Spish?
Among Us with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying spish is cringy as fuck.
Nah. You seeming pretty spish right now saying that. I think you're probably the murderer.
You're
Where's the
seeming
knife
pretty
at?
bitch right now.
I just like the word guilty.
What the
Cut the middleman out between your suspicions and your judgment. Jump straight to judgment. It's never gone wrong for me.
I think Missy's being awesome today, Trip. You can go fuck yourself. Missy's better than you.
Yeah,
Get over
Missy's
it.
not sus at all.
Quit saying sus!
Yeah,
Why am I sus?
crazy
Stop
tech.
saying sus!
What did I do?
You didn't do nothing, baby. You just sat there with your big breath.
you just keep doing your job, sis.
what I brought you on the show for? No, I brought her on the show for her intellect.
Mm.
I mean, she has intellect, but that ain't what I brought her on for. I brought Shabby on for his intellect.
I'll bring Anna Hot of Hearts on sometimes, expecting just some big female charm, and
That's the
instead
first dumb
nothing but
joke I've
sad.
made today, so don't get mad at me.
I
I'm
love
gonna beat
Anna.
your ass.
Yeah.
Nick, let's beat up Pimp. Come on, bud.
She's been
Sounds
back
like,
on
you know, that's
half my ass, the other
the
half
past
help.
couple episodes.
Yeah, once this strong ass coffee quits kicking the shit out of my IBS, yeah, I'll get right on that. Nothing sounds more appealing to me than physical activity right now. Let me tell you.
And Ibs.
Ooh, dude, I'm so glad I don't have IBS.
No, I don't
I have
either.
a friend that actually does have it though, and I feel sorry for that dude. I was in. First time I heard him go through it, I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He was screaming.
That's awful.
That's got to be a shitty condition to have. Boom, boom, boom. I didn't plan that.
I'm glad you did not.
No, I just sort of stumbled into that one. No, it is a terrible condition to have though too, because it's like, it's something like, you sympathize and empathize with somebody, but at the same time it's like, the problem itself, it's like, yeah, poo too much, go poo all the time, it hurts. I got a lot of hurty hurts up inside my guts. I just know I tore my insides up with grain alcohol, so nice.
Well, I've got some kind of gastral shit going on. It's like GERDs on steroids, basically. And I hurt.
GERDs on steroids?
Yeah.
They just come out flex, and you're like, do you have to do that on the way out?
But I don't have IBS, and I'm glad, because I heard that dude shit, and it sounded like there was a whole family getting murdered in the bathroom. It was terrifying. He was like, and he came out, tears rolling down his face. I was like, "What just happened?" He said, "I had to shit." I'm like, what?
It's kind of like what happens when you give yourself an enema.
Traumatic event. Well, I always go back. I don't know why, but I'm always,
baby, I ain't never went through that.
I'm always reminded.
Screaming bloody murder for an enema.
There's a scene in Sons of Anarchy though. One character owned a weed dispensary / colonic clinic. So the business model was you get high and get a colonic done. And Tommy Flanagan, the Scotsman in that show, two of them were walking in. He's like, "Oh shit, I saw stuff come out of me I haven't seen in 30 years. I feel like a new man." I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I never really wanted an Asian woman to take a fucking Black & Decker power washer to my butthole before, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe for the health of it.
I never thought about it
Like
before.
10 pounds.
Nick, you look like a young Tommy Flanagan.
Oh yeah, it's just that I haven't got my face cut up yet.
Yeah.
I don't underestimate my shit talking ability to get me punished. It's weird. You take Tommy Flanagan, you look back like how long he's been working. Like I remember being like 12 years old watching that Michael Douglas movie, The Game. And I'm like, hey, it's the guy with the scar on his face there. And then he shows up in Gladiator. I'm like, he's not aging. And then he's in like Sons of Anarchy. Like, oh, they dyed his hair gray.
Sons of Anarchy was fucking good, man. I watched that
Greatest
show
show
while I
ever.
was at work. I was watching that shit at Metro PCS. Just working.
Sons of Anarchy is the best show ever, in my opinion. That's my favorite show of all time. It's Hamlet on motorcycles, and it's awesome.
And I didn't really see it that way until like you said that the creator said that, dude. Like
You didn't pick up
that
on
makes
right away.
perfect. Dude, as a student of fucking theater, shockingly not. I just kind of was like, this is fucking
That is shocking that you didn't notice that though.
Yeah.
No, but like now that like it, like when I heard that, it just kind of clicked. I
Made
was like,
sense.
what the fuck? Honestly, now I feel like I should rewatch it, and it would just make like
Well,
it would just
yeah,
break
dude.
my mind.
Once it hits you, it all comes together. Like this is Hamlet on motorcycles. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's great. It's a great show. I love it.
It's funny too because like half the cast isn't even American.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Well, I remember like they were in the middle of like the show was still running, and I flew back from New Orleans one time, and it was funny because I'm on the bus leaving Logan Airport to head back up to Manchester, and it comes to this stop, and I see Kim Coates and Mark Boone Jr. And it's funny because the only time you see them, they're in their biker leathers in the show and stuff, and they're both like nice, like clearly like $1,000 overcoat and shit, and they're just walking around. I'm like, hey, what the fuck are they doing in Boston? There's no reason for anyone to come here.
Kim Coates is a great actor too. I like him. But yeah, every now and again, if you watch it and listen for it on Sons of Anarchy, every now and again, Jax's accent pops through just a little.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah.
that's one of the things I love about British actors, though, is like you notice like a number of them, like take Gary Oldman, he can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then you take what's his name who played Jax, right? His accent is always the same thing. You take remember Bob Hoskins, rest in peace. I remember this dude, like, so like you hear his natural accent in Hook when he's like, I'm Smee, it's me, I'm English. But then it's like so he plays Mario and he's got the Brooklyn accent. And then you see him in that Sean Penn movie where he played Huey, what's his name? Huey Long down New Orleans way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Hoskins is playing this Louisiana good old boy political consultant. He shows up with that same Brooklyn accent because all Americans sound the same.
Yeah, it's funny. But
Sounds like he's from Wisconsin on old Jax.
I listen for
They
that.
give everyone a Texas accent.
Yeah. What's
I
like
know a lot of
Shabisky?
people from Britain think that we all sound like King of the Hill.
Well, Shabisky thinks everybody sounds like a Jewish old man.
Yeah.
Every time he does a fucking impersonation,
hey.
it sounds like Bernie Sanders. Every time.
This will not stand, Shabisky. Not one bit.
We need free healthcare for we need healthcare for everyone, not just for the rich, but also for the poor.
Well,
1/10 of 90% of this stream owns the bottom 50% of 22.5% with an APR. That is just unacceptable.
I wrote the damn bill.
I'm not good with it.
I just want to see Bernie Sanders do this one time.
Yeah, I want to see him throw.
I connect with the kids. I run those jewels.
Gang sign and shit. That'd be kind of cool.
No,
Or do the
how
whole-
much of a move would it be
Or
for
do the
Bernie
whole
Sanders to
TikTok
throw
I'm
up blood?
shy thing. How is this? I'm shy, by the way.
Because
And
it's
this
supposed
is
to
what I
be
find
like
funny.
this.
This is why I find it funny though, because there'll be girls on TikTok in their bra and panties doing this. You're not very shy. You're in your bra and panties for thousands.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be one of those anime like kind of things.
Oh, a little ooh shit.
Yeah. That's what
why
it's
it
coming
makes
from.
stupid. It's making our kids retarded.
I agree with that entirely. 100%. Like, I'll see, there's a shit ton of kids who live in this building even. And they're just constantly running around like, I'm just like Ishiro. The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, when you said Ichiro, I thought, some kind of Chinese food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sushi
I thought
roll.
sushi.
Yeah. And it's sick too, because like I noticed like
and these guys that find them these characters attractive, the
Bird.
bitch's eyes look like skillets. What the fuck is why is that attractive?
most like, why do you want, if you want to fuck, like, what, why you trying to fuck a cartoon, bro?
Yeah.
And they say no Jessica Rabbit shit here, all right?
There's ain't but one
Watch
cartoon character
entirely
ever
too
found
much
attractive.
hentai.
There ain't but one cartoon character that's ever been attractive, and that's Judy Hopps, goddammit, from Zootopia. That's it.
Okay.
Judy Hopps is hot.
Wow, I'm learning a lot
People
about
give it to
you.
Lola Bunny. too.
Yeah, like of all things, if that's your one exception, Pimpmunk, that raises
You are
my
building an
eyebrows.
entire house out of subtext here, and I love it.
Judy Hopps is the only attractive character. I'm telling you.
Yeah, see, I knew we could stop taking everyone seriously when after Zootopia came out. Like, there was an the internet exploded with everyone trying to say this is about my oppressions. Like,
Yeah.
but the MRAs are like, no, this is about how men are oppressed.
I know it,
Feminists are like,
dude.
Tiny little bunny.
It's
like-
about the goddamn world of animals. Shut the fuck up.
It's a super feminist movie because look, this little bunny, and we all know what bunnies do. They fuck a lot, and then they just pump more bunnies out. But she wanted a career first before she got railed by
She
an
worked fuck out of
ex-con
tail,
fox who doesn't get security clearance.
Lola Bunny is such more sex appeal than Judy Hopps.
You're fucking wrong, Missy.
I'm looking at her right now.
Not even three-dimensional.
All that sounds like a reboot of Watership Down anyway. Just saying.
That thing gave me an erection I don't want to talk about.
Lola Bunny is definitely hotter.
Lola
than
Bunny can
Judy
suck
Hopps.
an ass. Judy Hopps is attractive. She's intelligent. She's tough.
Does anybody else think of the movie Rats of Nim when asked to describe a father figure?
Yeah,
Or is it just me?
I love that movie.
That's one
Grew
who
up
needs a
with that
live
movie,
action
like,
reboot.
raised me.
That needs a live action reboot right there. From the people who brought you
Rabbit's not a
Stuart
fucking
Little
rabbit,
comes
Jay.
the Rats of Nim. A little cameo by Stuart Little. He just gets got in the first 5 seconds of the movie. They're like, so this isn't your daddy's Stuart Little.
Oh.
This isn't your daddy's.
Disney's going to start trying to compete with all the sick, weird anime shit kids are watching on the internet now.
It's so crazy if you think like back in the 80s and 90s, how much like darker and creepier our cartoons were, and how like fucked up we all are today. Because the cartoons that like my kids are watching are so just like colorful and cheery and happy, and at least
How old are your
when they
kids?
were little. When they were littler, I mean.
Yeah, now it's all porn and hentai, right?
No.
Oh,
Basically.
just some.
Normal teenage stuff.
Yeah, snuff videos.
I just like real vaginas. I don't
Slender
know.
Man challenge, that kind of thing.
I know I'm weird
Slender Man
these days.
challenge.
I'm weird because I like real pussy and, you know, like watching real pussy and not watching cartoon figures, but, you know.
Okay, Judy Hopps.
I'm old school. Yes. I'm old school. I actually like fucking people.
And
What a
rabbits.
Yeah.
Although, you know, you wanting to fuck that rabbit aside, that was some of the best voice acting I've seen in a Pixar film.
Yeah.
Idris Elba playing a disgruntled police chief. Yak. Yes, that worked. I don't think there are a few actors who can play annoyed as well as he can. You know, I think back to The Office, and it's like paper's not steel. You can't put it in a furnace; it'll burn. I'm like, what? That's a good accent you got there. You're just sort of grumbling at Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. I think Jason Bateman played the fox really well.
I saw something kind of like pretty cringy the other night. I've been watching The Blacklist for a while. You know, it's just the James Spader show.
Yeah, my mom's a huge fan.
Yeah, I mean, most of the show is garbage when it's like, we are the FBI looking seriously at you, and oh my god, I hope something happens in the next 30 seconds. Look, it did. And then James Spader shows up, and it's just wonderfully charming the entire time. Well, they couldn't finish the season finale because of the lockdown.
The draw boards.
Well, I thought it. Yeah. Well, when I saw like the still clips, I'm like, God, did they rotoscope this? What did they do? It looks like the video from Flowbot's song "Handlebars" that came out in 2009. It's it's the shittiest cell shaded bullshit. The characters just sort of glide across the floor while doing walking motions and then sit in one position with their expressions not changing. Now, for some of the cast, that's kind of standard. But I was like, you should have just not done this.
Yeah, just not do it. Yeah, my mom was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah.
What is this? What is this video game horse shit? I'm pressing B and Raymond Reddington is still talking. I want to skip this cutscene, god damn it.
Yeah. I was so shocked that they did that. I figured they would just wait. But they didn't want to wait. Shabisky. They didn't want to wait, Shabisky.
They should have waited.
Shabisky, bring up a topic as I go piss again.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I all of a sudden can't hear any of you.
I hear you.
There's something going on with my mic.
No, not your mic. Phones.
What?
Missy, can you hear me now? Guys, we just have to talk louder.
Why don't you laugh at that if she can't hear you?
Because I can slightly hear you now.
Oh.
Missy, I was right. Missy!
He's audio trolling us.
I'm not doing this. I'm not yelling.
Now I can't hear
Trying to
anything.
communicate with Missy.
Well, just speak in sign language to her. She'll understand that.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm doing something different.
See, she got it. I told her to take off her headphones and she did it. See?
It actually is a question I periodically like to ask anyone around. Like, when is the last time you, in earnest, by yourself, probably tried to move an object with your mind?
Oh, all the time. Dude, I've looked at spoons like, okay, I'm gonna do my best John Travolta for Phenomenal. Here, right? Phenomenon. Here I go.
And there's always a part of you that's a little certain. You're like,
it's gonna happen.
This is gonna be the time. This will be it. I know it's gonna work this time. It's like when you start flying in a dream, and it's not a lucid dream, but you start flying, and you're like, fuck! I always knew I'd figure this out someday.
I spent an hour every morning, and it never works.
I spent an hour on the toilet this morning for naught. It was very disappointing.
Ew. So like right now, I'm focused on Missy's shirt to come off, and it's not working.
Bull can't even move stuff with his bowels.
I don't know. I don't know how.
I tried to move my bowels with my mind. It didn't work.
Well, all you gotta do is drink some milk on magnesia. Yeah. Every time I think about that, I think about my whole experience with the champagne shits. That was horrible. But we're not gonna talk.
Champagne shits.
Yeah, the champagne shit.
No.
Pop the cork.
Nick's curious now. He's like, what?
Well, now you gotta
What
tell
happened?
him.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Nick. A lot of people love this story for some reason. What it was, I was very constipated. I was on a lot of kratom and shit, and I was very constipated. So I started drinking a lot of milk and magnesia and stuff, and still couldn't shit. And I went like 5 days without shitting. And it was bad. I was in so much pain. I mean, I was like fucking hurting. And I was thinking about going to the hospital. So I was like, fuck it, what do I do? So I took my finger and I stuck it in my asshole, right? And there was a wall of shit. Like, nope, there. So I started scraping at it with my fingernail.
Pop
And
yourself.
a little bit came out. So I grabbed a hold of it with my thumb and my index finger, and I yanked the fucking thing out of my ass. And when I did, it sprayed everywhere.
Oh God! Why do you have to say it like that?
He loves telling this story.
Yourself. Well practiced too.
Explosive decompression. Explosive decompression.
Yeah. It was on the window, walls. It came off my balls. It was everywhere.
That's icky.
And I cleaned it up, right? I thought I cleaned it all up. And I was like, oh, okay, I got the bathroom. It's very clean. But I didn't think about the goddamn window.
Oh God.
You didn't think about the window.
You
made
shit
shit
on
literally
the window.
all over the bathroom, and the one thing that should be letting light in the middle of the day is casting an odd brown shade.
Well, my mom.
I always thought that was the stained glass. Well, it is
shit?
now, John. It is now.
My mom later on the day though, she yelled, "Why is there shit?"
Oh no.
That's terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Well, this is again, like I feel like I'm just getting to know you a little bit better each time I come on here.
We're friends.
Get a little bit closer.
We're friends now.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, I feel like, I feel like you violated your own, HIPAA privacy on that one, and that's fine.
I have no shame. None. I have no pride whatsoever. That was all gone years ago when that dude stuck his penis in my butt when I was 10. All my pride's gone.
I will drink to that.
Yeah. My rape. my rape as a child ended all that shit.
Our
See,
rape.
Let's once again, though, it's like, hey, we got to reframe the way we see things, because you know what, that prepared you for the ability to pull, like, a literal septic tank worth of shit out of your own ass, and think of it as a good conversation piece,
Yeah, and people love the story, man.
Yeah.
That's like, catching a big fish, but I took a really massive wet shit all over the.
I mean, see, it is impressive. I've painted the bowl up to the rim, but I've never gotten it on the windows.
Yeah, see?
There's between shotgun shits and explosive shit.
Do you understand? I took laxative for days and it didn't work. So it was all built up.
I could just see. You know what it was? I bet it was
like
when
the dams when Katrina hit New Orleans. It's like the dam broke.
No, you remember that experiment when you were a kid? You built a clay volcano and you put like the vinegar and the baking soda in. I'm pretty sure he was like just eating baking soda, drinking vinegar, hoping enough pressure would build up so that he could just like pop like Claymore Mine,
Absolutely. I'm telling you.
Elephant toothpaste.
Yeah.
From that moment on,
I turned myself into that volcano experiment, and then I ate a shit ton of corn the night before, and I turned into a shotgun.
That's why they call my butt chemistry class.
Yeah.
I gotta go pee again.
I don't think you went the last time you said you wanted. Yeah, right.
That explosive shit just took like half of his bladder when it went, and so now he's like, I gotta go pee like a 5-year-old girl again.
Well, what you don't know is he's peeing from not where you think he is. It's all liquid now. All that Mylanta.
Yeah, what he's not telling us is he's actually just gotta go like swap out his seat pack.
Yeah. He's just pooping. That's all.
That's what we need to start doing. You know, we hear all remember that story about the astronaut drove across like country to murder her lover or something, where everyone's like, she wore a diaper. It's like they wear diapers in space. We need to start giving them all catheters. Why? Because I'm jealous that they're more successful than I am.
No,
you're
the harvest
at least a
moisture.
little bit, huh? It's a loss of bone density. My grandma's got that. Fucking astronauts always complaining. Oh, I've been to space. Well, fuck you. You ever paint a house? You have.
Pip. That was a quick piss.
You ever paint a house?
I have a friend who works for NASA.
You ever whitewash a fence? It's powerful fun.
You have a friend that works for
With
what?
the water
For
pressure.
NASA.
The pressure
Oh,
water.
really?
You ever whitewash a
He's
nation's
a
history?
jet engineer.
Y'all having two conversations at once here.
Yes.
Actually, it's more like 5 different conversations. I've been keeping
I
track.
was literally going a minute.
We're
Now
all
they
just
start
talking to ourselves.
Finally, ADD is paying off.
God damn it. See why you need me? See why I'm important? Anyway.
I read this thing the other day, and it made me question whether or not I have ADD.
You have AIDS?
No, not AIDS. Ding dong. AD or ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
The other day, somebody said to me, he's like, yeah, you know what the worst part of being bipolar is? How awesome it can be.
I love that.
Yeah. He's just living his truth. He's loving life.
God,
Yeah, it's Be Your Own Self Month awareness.
You know I hate that, Miss. I've told you that before. I hate when people say living his truth.
I know.
Living
That's
his
why I did it.
It's Living
know
Your Truth
living
Awareness
life.
Month.
It's National Living Your Truth Awareness Month.
It's eat,
God
pray,
damn.
love, bitches.
Yeah, eat, pray, love. You ever read that book, Shabby? You ever read any book, Shabby?
I don't eat prey. I'm a vegetarian.
You've read a book before, don't lie. You're joking, right? You have read a book, right?
now, but it's not a
Yeah,
I don't-
like,
it's a
not
graphic
too-
novel. Sorry.
You know, the little pop-up books you had as a child, those don't count, Shabisky.
Yes, they do.
That's a book.
I haven't read a book since high school, and I don't regret it.
Well, it's actually been about 2 years since I've sat down and read a book. But you can,
Reading
I mean,
a thick graphic novel right now.
I'm over here writing motherfuckers.
there you go.
You are. Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Actually, I
That's
just got a
great.
copy of Vernaculus. His debut novel came out.
Ooh.
And so he sent me one of his author's copies because they're still in pre-order now. And I opened up the cover and like he hadn't even signed it. There's no writing. I'm like, oh, I get it. This is just to rub my nose in it, isn't it? Dick. I'm just gonna go and review that shit on Amazon tomorrow night. I haven't read it yet, but I got opinions. Tell you what.
Are you gonna be like a
Tell
fucking?
you what.
You're gonna be like a goddamn YouTube viewer now. Comment on fucking shit they ain't even read or.
Oh, dude, no, I've been doing that for years.
I hate when people do it on YouTube because like back when I was making regular videos, I did one video and there was this chick came to me. She called me a racist. I said, "What part of this video you think I was a racist in?" She said, "Well, I didn't. I watched the video. I seen the title."
Yeah. Oh no, I don't leave comments on YouTube videos, but I review Amazon products that I don't own.
Bitch, you need to get out of the house.
Why? I have a blast doing it, you know.
Do you stream yourself doing this? Because you
Oh, yeah.
should.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no.
I've watched him leave reviews before. It's the funniest fucking
Yeah.
thing in the world.
Amazon profile.
What I'll
Yeah.
say is I'm recently subscribed.
What is it? I reviewed Kindergarten Cop. Last thing I reviewed was a DVD of Kindergarten Cop. I gave it 1 star. It said, "This movie sets children's rights back 200 years, and I am furious." When we think of the school-to-prison pipeline, most of us probably imagine a fun water slide to help us avoid the hot, hot summer heat. But did you know that in the director's cut of this film, Arnie, playing the officer in question, not only shows up to work drunk both on power and gin, but also puts multiple children into illegal chokeholds and various other jiu-jitsu arm bars. When you hear their little bones snap and are expected by the director to laugh at their little screams, you need to realize we are only insisting on permitting more abuse and violence, which, as we know, Arnie is famous for, provided you are a housekeeper who's into that sort of thing. All in all, it's just because Lois Levine wrote an entire article about how she hated it. And all in all, I stand with Lois Levine in insisting that movies like this, which are, in my opinion, on par with American History X, need to be banned from all screenings from here on out, unless there's a Scared Straight initiative, in which case I'll be back, pun intended, to decry and denounce the rampant homophobia in such movies. Don't forget to check out the reboot with Dolph Lundgren, in which he tells multiple children, special needs children, I will break you.
The juxtaposition of American History X and Kindergarten Cop. That's awesome.
I have no idea why this reminded me of that, but did you hear that Netflix got indicted over the fucking Cuties movie?
Oh, I did hear about that.
Good. I didn't hear that, but good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did read, one time I reviewed, during lockdown, I reviewed the Diary of Anne Frank, just writing, this is the perfect novel for when I'm forced to stay inside.
That's good, Lahore.
It's kind of...
Pimp, did you see that VidCon thing where they had to, like, make another announcement that they're just changing the logo?
The logo, yeah. Remember, when I talked about that yesterday, I did mention that it may be just a change of the logo. But it was confusing what they did. They just posted the fucking VidCon sign up and said end of an era, and everybody thought VidCon was never going to happen again.
VidCon is done. Never coming back.
But I did, have the
publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably did it on purpose.
Yeah, they did. I imagine they did. But yeah, apparently Netflix has been indicted over Cuties, which I'm okay with because that movie's fucking bad. Let me say this. I don't know if it's a bad movie because I didn't watch it. But the clips that I've seen, fucking horrible. The clips were horrible. I'm not talking about the acting. I'm talking about 10-year-old and 11-year-old babies up there tapping their vaginas and dancing. That's bad.
Yeah,
Working and shit.
I think I'll pass on that.
Well, this is all you need to really fucking know. The directors of the movie took 6 months interviewing hundreds of kids for the roles.
650 little girls.
Was it 50?
650.
Oh, okay. I thought it was hundreds. There you go. That makes sense.
I like those pants, Missy.
This is just a blanket.
Oh, I thought that was your pants.
It's cold.
You're not wearing pants, are you, Missy? You're naked. So you're wearing black pants. That took all the fantasy out of it. Well, we need like $6 more to make the stream go. Do it now, or Shabisky will cry on the stream.
He will. And
you're gonna have to.
He looks like a bitch when he cries.
I agree with PT Ham. If you like, you need to get shot.
Yeah.
Dude, that one, like I said, I only seen 2 clips of it, and the one clip that I seen, they say is not even the worst clip, and these were like babies up there on the stage, and they were doing that, what is it called, the crybaby thing or whatever?
Yeah.
The crybaby.
Yeah, we're pounding and humping
Get
the
on the
floor
ground
and pounding
they do that, and they butt their buckles up and down with it.
They literally tap their vaginas, and I'm like, God!
It's all like stripper dancing.
Really, really,
it's grown woman dancing.
Yeah. Someone over 18 should be dancing that. There's no way a child should be dancing that.
Yeah. I mean, this is the moves that I seen in that one scene. I've been to a lot of strip clubs. I've seen those moves in strip clubs.
I don't understand how the parents could be down for it unless they're like,
that's
the
what I was
showbiz
saying.
parents.
Like, as a mother,
you're gonna be a
saw
star.
My child being taught that, I would have flipped the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand the criticism of like child beauty pageants and shit, but where the fuck in the world are there actual child twerking competitions? Fuck off.
Right.
Well,
that's what I mean. Like,
It's amazing though.
Thailand.
That's the weird thing though, is like the same people who are, right, they're probably like actually people out there who are slamming that movie rightfully, right? but then turn around and like, oh, Desmond is amazing though, is the best. Like, oh yeah, that's not fucking scarring. He's not gonna have like a shit ton of like skin suits in a hidden closet in his apartment when he gets older. No.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. And the sad thing, like brought up adult if they used like older actors, because I've seen movies where they have adult actors play teenagers, of course, and show their tits. That's okay because they're grown women. They're really not teenagers. But these were really children.
Yeah, these were actual 11 and 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, just babies, and you know, just babies.
And this is the same Netflix that thought canceling Daredevil was a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Netflix.
Yeah. Cancel
Crackle. I'm going over to Crackle now.
Crackle.
Yeah, I like Crackle. They got great original content. Freddie Prinze Jr. is heading up a new project. Who's not excited?
Freddie Prinze.
So I just saw Red Eye in the chat say that I guess the Young Turks defended cuties.
Really? Well, let's see. Young Turks is a horrible fucking organization anyway. So
yeah, like I unsubscribed to them as soon as I was able to think for myself.
Okay, if there's being liberal, then there's being fucking stupid. That's not liberal. That's just stupid.
We got to balance out that Glenn Beck area, you see. This is,
yep. Oh, there you go.
Well, that's what we're doing. It's like, what's funny because I see people like, I keep seeing people like, oh, did you hear what Vosh said? Like, why would I pay any amount of attention to that thing? Why?
They said it was an alt-right conspiracy?
Oh, that sounds about right.
Oh, my goodness. See, but Nick makes a great point here. When, people want to bitch about, Glenn Beck's channel, but then, that's what the Young Turks is, but just to the opposite end. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's why I love. It's like when they asked Bukowski back in the day. They asked Bukowski about Hemingway in an interview. Question is like, what do you think of Ernest Hemingway? And his answer was, well, I don't think about Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're all like.
That's a pretty good answer.
We just need to hit bottom, and we're so close.
Yeah. Once Shabisky becomes president, that's when we hit it.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I've always been preparing for an apocalypse my entire life, and that's been happening for a reason.
Well, you should try that in New Hampshire. It's funny because in New Hampshire, everyone's like, "You getting ready for the apocalypse?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, stocked up on ammo. How about you?" I'm like, "I got steak, and I froze it, and I got beans, and if I need more ammo,
beans."
Yeah, we're all stocked up on ammo and beans, but the second they close down for a month, they're like, "I need a haircut."
No, I didn't need no haircut. This is the same haircut I got just before lockdown. I'm kind of proud of it too. But it's funny because all like my friends who went out and stocked up on ammo and shit, like I went out and I legit stocked up on food, and then like after about a month, they're like, "Hey, dude, can I like you want one of my frozen chicken breasts maybe? One of them pork chops? You want a little pork chop there? Tell you what, you can trade me some bullets. We can pretend this is The Walking Dead. How about that?"
I'm ready for it.
Classic thing too. It's like, did you get a rifle yet? It's like, I have a pistol. When I need a rifle, I will find one as soon as somebody else has one. I've played this video game before.
I had a friend who bought a whole bunch of ammo. He bought a Draco.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like, it's gonna fall out and I'm ready. He said, the Humvees are coming and I'm gonna have me one.
Oh, I want one. I'll be honest. I want one. Yeah, I definitely want one. But just for fun.
Automatic shotgun. I don't know if those things exist, but I want it.
Well, I got my pistols, right? And it's like I was at the gun shop months back, and it's a nice pistol grip pump action 12 gauge for like under $100, right? And I was so tempted to get it, and then I realized I'm like, I live in an 800 square foot apartment downtown. What possible use would I have for a full-size pistol grip shotgun at this point.
I know it's crazy. It's like, I understand buying a gun to protect your family, but when you like buying a fucking assault rifle, this is for my family. Really? Yeah. How many burgers are you expecting, homeboy? God damn.
Yeah, just an army.
Well, tactical kids, like, I find them cringy and hilarious. Like, and I see them all around here a lot. They wear Oakleys everywhere. They've got tactical leg holster with an extended mag and several other magazines. Like, have you ever seen a gunfight? Because I can tell you, you're not going to be exchanging fire there, Buster. You're gonna freak the fuck out. It's gonna be like, if anything happens, it'll be like blah 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 blah, and then everyone runs away or dies.
Matter of 5 seconds that ends in catastrophe.
Yeah, I don't think your laser sight and all that range time you call combat training is really gonna help you here, High Speed.
I love my mom. We were at a store one day, and around here you got the open carry shit, right? And there was this little skinny dude who had a pistol that was bigger than he was, basically on his fucking hip. And he was like walking funny because he had the big motherfucker. And my mom just rolled down her window and said, "You stupid motherfucker." I was like, "Mom!"
That's why I love Mama too.
She just said it to her. She said, "You stupid motherfucker." I was like, "Mommy, he may shoot us. Goddamn. Stop."
It's the funny thing too, though. It's like open carriers are honestly, that's nothing more than dick wagging. Because like, I mean, I carried pistol for a while, but I carried it concealed because, for one thing too, like, see these guys like prominently on their hip. It's like, okay, cool. You want everyone to know you have a gun.
You're the one to shoot first.
Seal claps, everybody.
I hadn't seen a friend of mine for like a year, and then I run into him at like the grocery store, and he's stumbling around with a pink Glock on his hip, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is up?" Like, they just stare and shoot the shit. But I'm just laughing because he's got a pink Glock on his hip, and I'm like, "Dude,
that's funny." But think about it: walking in the damn Waffle House, right? And you want to shoot up the whole motherfucker. Who are you gonna shoot first? You gonna shoot for the motherfucker that's got the big ass goddamn gun on his hip?
Yeah, but he's got it there so that you know that he can quick draw and be the good guy with a gun, and in a high pressure situation, not accidentally shoot any of the people who are within like 2 feet of you. Oh, fuck! Oh, wait, they were all robbers. You all saw it. That whole family was trying to get the cash, and that guy was just the driver. You're welcome, America.
Every time I think about that, I always think of the movie Dirt Diggler, where the guy in the fucking donut shop, where he was good. The guy was robbing the donut shop, and the other guy jumped up with his gun and got his ass killed him. It's just so stupid.
Boogie Nights is one of my favorite movies, man.
Yeah, I said Dirt Diggler. I meant Boogie Nights.
Yeah. I think, but it's funny because that's one of the names I use, Dirt Diggler. But yeah, dude. I like that Burt Reynolds scene. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Boogie Nights style.
You ever seen Boogie Nights, Sam?
Yeah, he watched it with us, I believe.
Yeah, you liked that last scene, didn't you?
Dude, I need to be reminded of the film that we watched so many films.
It's where Mark Wahlberg shows his fucking dick.
Is it the one where he makes a porno the whole time?
Yeah.
He goes to the 70s, they're doing cocaine and making porn.
That's the movie that solidified Heather Graham as like that hottie on the skates there.
Yeah, roller girl.
Yeah, the girl with the roller skates.
Roller girl. Well, that was her character name. You know that Mark Wahlberg actually kept the prosthetic.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Either I would too.
Just puts it on and then goes and films an episode of Wahlberg. It's like, hey guys, I'm not playing a cop or a special forces guy now, so what I want you to do is come down and have some of my burgers. I got burgers, Wahlburgers. Oh, okay. I'm sure. Are you working the grill today, Mark? Fuck no.
You roll your R's, Shabby.
Yeah,
you gotta roll your R's.
Rio.
Oh wow, that was smooth. It's better than I can roll an R. Fuck, I just kind of gargle.
Did anybody
I
catch
can't
that
do it because that little thing is too. My
Did
time
anybody
is too
catch
kind.
Bill Burr's SNL appearance?
No, but I heard he was on it.
The monologue was like, it's funny because like half of it was split. Some people like, oh, that's so offensive. Other people like, oh, it was awesome. And I'm like, yeah, it's like Reddit from fucking 2015. That's fine. But no, they had a great one of like it was a commercial for Sam Adams pumpkin. A bunch of people like, I really like this. Burr's like, the fuck is this? This is kind of beer, like, you're at a party and, your friend brings over some of this and no one drinks it, and then 6 months later it comes through. It's like, hey, you got anything to drink? Like, I got this pumpkin shit. So, yeah.
Oh god, my stepdad loves that pumpkin shit too. It's awful.
I've only ever had it like an Oktoberfest kind of bullshit. Never
I love
since.
Marzen. Sorry, I used to work in beer, so it's like everyone's like, Oktoberfest. I'm like, it's a Marzen lager, you cultureless swine.
It's a Marzen.
I live in the country.
Don't call us cultural swine. We got a lot of culture.
At least you called it Oktoberfest, not like that fall time beer.
Heritage. Culture and heritage.
Well, none of us have culture. I mean, we're white people.
Like, oh brother, we're at that. That your cultural heritage. That's not my cultural heritage.
We're white people. We have no culture.
Hey man, I'm like 50% Scottish, but I don't know anything about them.
Hey, I'm a Jew, so I'm exempt from all this garbage.
That's right. You're a Jew.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Italian, so fuck off.
That's why he's celebrating Christopher Columbus Day.
Me and Caruso over here. We're Italian over here. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Oh yeah, we got.
Well, I'm Italian.
Nazi.
What is it my friend used to say? What is it? Greeks are just Italians without manners.
Yeah.
And Italians are just Jews without money.
But I'm not. My family's not from the cool part of Italy. We're from Naples.
Yeah. My grandma was a Nazi.
Well, good God.
Well, good God.
She was gassing Jews
You're
straight
just
up
coming
through
out
the
with
90s.
this now?
I wouldn't have ever brought you on the show if I knew your grandma was a fucking Nazi.
Nazi heritage.
She was like one of those junior ones.
You don't hear
And then
people
she
brag
left the
about
country.
that much, though.
She was the.
That's something.
I wasn't bragging, but it's just facts. She was one of those junior, like the kid Nazis, and then
Basically,
she
Jojo
led the
Rabbit.
country, and she came over here. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
You're
basis.
living
for Jojo
history,
Rabbit.
Missy.
yeah.
Hitler was her imaginary friend.
Shabisky, have you
They
had
were
any
setting it up for the Fifth Reich. Yeah.
before we leave? Shabisky, have you had any run-ins with your girlfriend lately?
Speaking of
No.
Nazis, yeah.
He
No,
hasn't
she left
seen her
and
for
she's-
weeks.
Yeah, where's she been? She at your house again?
I'm talking about Shaney.
Oh, dude, it was fucking funny. I tweeted at her and I was like, give me money and an apology. And she kept on making videos replying to it. And there was this really nasty video where she took both of her greasy boobs and went, here's your $200, Shabisky. Mwah, mwah. And I told her, stop kissing her greasy sandbags and give me money. What the fuck is, I don't get it. Like,
You could have done better with the insult. It was a good try, but you could have said like those meat bags of hate.
meat bags of hate is better than greasy sandbags.
I kind of
Your
like
meat
greasy
bags of hate.
sandbags. I kind of like
Sad
greasy
bloody
sandbags.
sausages.
Greasy sandbags
Greasy
fit.
sandbags do not work.
Yeah, it's the greatest.
Yes, they do. For her, they
Greasy
do.
sandbags do not
I
work.
don't even want to make fun of her right now. I just want her to realize
I want to make love.
how hypocritical the video that she put out this morning was.
What did she say this morning? I want to say how hippopotamus she is, by the way.
She put out a video this morning saying that she was very satisfied because a bunch of drama commentary channels that make their money off of reviewing others people's content or harassing people by making videos about them every day, constantly making fun of them, spreading lies, like causing distress in a person's life, all of those channels are getting taken down. And I just think it's funny because one of her biggest supporters does exactly that for the past, I don't know, 4 months, 3 months. And it just seems so hypocritical to me that she can't see that.
Well,
So it's only channels that have been
project.
harassing her that
She's a
happy
projector.
about
She
getting.
projects. It's like Jared Genesis. They project all their bad shit upon other people. That's what they do.
You're only upset about those channels getting, or you're only happy about those channels getting deleted or taken down for their harassment. Like as long as they're not harassing you, then harassment channels are fine, right?
Well, Shabisky brought her into our world, so blame him.
No, for the life of me, do not understand this. I mean, I understand it, but it's like I see so many people. It's like shitty. Like this, why are we paying attention to
Yeah.
this?
Well, we mention it every now and again, and but it's never a whole show. It's like a little bit of a talk, and then we get over.
Well, no, it's like G-Man. It's like that other. It's like half of what the drunken peasants get into with the Von Helden there.
And
Von Helden.
Yeah,
Brett
and
Keane and
it's
all
like,
that. It's all just.
I personally always find that I personally find like the lol cow comedy sort of bottom of the barrel myself, but I mean and then I think about it, then I see these people like Shani. I'm like, did we forget we're not supposed to make stupid people famous anymore?
Yeah.
Hey, but the stupid people are making them famous.
I guess so.
Nick,
That's
have you
why
seen our president, Nick? Come on, seriously.
Exactly. I mean, what's a man to do except to just sort of kick back and enjoy the flames while they burn the house down.
I don't even want to be mean to the girl. I don't. I've got.
I do.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't want to be.
Shit on her forehead nipple.
Shit on the forehead nipple. Yes.
No, on her forehead nipple.
Oh.
She has a nipple on her forehead. It's a mole, but it looks like a goddamn titty nipple. It's
Breeding
licenses. It's extremely distracting, is what the fuck it is.
Yeah, and it wiggles when she's angry. It's just.
It extends a little bit.
Yeah, every now and then it shoots green stuff at you.
Little search pattern it does.
Yeah, but it is that time of day where we end the show. And we want to thank Nick and Dirk for coming on.
Always fun.
You both
Thank you for having me.
You didn't bring much to the table.
Well, I'll do much worse next time.
So, kind of disappointed both of you. But anyways,
Me too.
yeah.
It's like talking to mom.
I want to thank everybody who watched, shared, liked, tipped, and all that good shit. We appreciate it. I also want to thank my wonderful co-host, Missy and Shabby, and my great producer, Bulls. We will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday, host-only show. Thursday, we got Captain Kirsch and Marshall Manson will be on. We'll see you guys tomorrow.